Hi, I'm Jim DeVille, and welcome to the September update brought to you by the Tahoe Ukulele Retreat. I think I'm lost. Suppose I asked you to drive from Los Angeles, California to Key West, Florida, and you didn't know the way. Wouldn't you expect me to also give you a map? Of course you would. It's the same with music. When you start on your musical endeavor and you don't know the landscape, it's a great idea to have a map that'll show you around. The Circle of Fifths is your musical roadmap to the landscape of music and finding your way around. So let's take a look and see how this map works. You'll notice that the key of C is up here at noon. And then around the circle, much like the face of a clock, every 5 minutes or every fifth interval, another key is placed on the circle. You'll see that G is a fifth up from C, D is a fifth up from G, A is a fifth up from D, and so on, all the way around through the 12 keys. Why a circle of fifths? Well, because the fifth interval is the most important interval in Western music. Think of most two-chord songs you know. They're going to do this, start at home, go a fifth up, make it a dominant 7 chord, or a G7 in this case. That's going to force the chord, the G7, to resolve back home to C. Now we can follow this all the way around the circle and figure out logically how all these dominant 7 chords resolve, resolve, resolve to make music. So we just learned the 1, 5, 7, 1 chord progression, which is C, G7, C. Let's take that up a fifth interval to D and make a D7. Hear the tension in it? That needs to be resolved. A fifth interval back to G. But if G is a G7, the tension's still there. It'll resolve until we make a major chord, like C, and it ends the tension. So that's called a 2-7, 5-7, 1 chord progression. And I know that you've heard the Hawaiian turnaround. 2-7, 5-7, 1. Let's take the concept of fifth interval higher to A7. Well, there's a tension in there that needs to resolve a fifth back to D7, to G7, to C. So you've just learned the 1, 6, 7, 2, 7, 5, 7, 1 chord progression. There's a lot of songs that do that. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Let's take it one more click around the circle up to the E7, which is the 3-7 of the key of C. There's E7. Hear the tension? That needs to resolve a fifth back to A7, to D7, to G7, to C. And I know you'll recognize the 1, 3, 6, 7, 2, 7, 5, 7, 1 chord progression. You know, 5'2", tension, 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 resolution. So by using the circle of fifths as our musical roadmap, we can map out popular chord progressions and see why exactly the music is doing what it's doing.